GM, welcome all my aliens, apes, and zombies. Let's get our friends invited up here, and we'll get started in a minute or two. How about some tunes until we get going? How's that sound?
Let's do it. Let's jam.
All right, this is some Warp Sounds. Got the NFTs. You got them. Might as well use them. Welcome all my aliens, apes, and zombies. We usually have a cooler talk today, but today we're standing around the Gatorade water cooler, and we have the coolest of the boolest, Cool Blue with us, and we also have straight from the moon pod himself, Trey, with some wonderful news with some awesome guests. So Cool Blue, how about you set the stage for us this afternoon if you're on the East Coast and in the Midwest, and maybe pre-noon if you're on the West Coast.
Yes, I'm so excited for this one. I'm trying to bring all of our speakers up, make sure we have everyone. So Trey, just invited you to be a co-host. That way you can help bring up any speakers that we might be missing. But today's a very special because we're talking about Gatorade getting into space with some incredible partners like One Of and like Good Sports. So excited to talk about today. And let me know if we can get started, and I'll give a quick intro of all of our speakers here.
Can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah, come and go.
Awesome. I'm doing well. Thank you guys so much for having me. I'm very excited about this. Looks like we're missing James. I just invited him to speak. He's from the One Up team, so he'll be joining the stage as well.
Amazing. Okay, so while we're bringing James up here, I'll give a quick just something brief about Gatorade getting into the space. I mean, it's really its first foray into NFTs in general by expanding its impact of the Gatorade Player of the Year program. This is something that Gatorade's been doing, really just amplifying the Athlete of the Year, and especially in high school sports. So Gatorade wanted this program to be the first release of a new annual tradition that helps strengthen and expand on the community, the Player of the Year community in particular. And it's been growing since, the first Player of the Year awards was in 1985. So this has been an ongoing tradition for Gatorade, but the first of its kind because now we got NFTs. So I'm so excited to talk about this today. It looks like we got James up here. Welcome to our speakers. I'll pass the mic over to Trey to go into this NFT program and two of its key pillars. And then maybe we can intro some of our speakers and get started with some questions. Trey, welcome. Tell us about this program. What's going on here?
Yes, thank you, Leslie. Really appreciate that introduction. My name is Trey Pizzetti. If you guys don't know me, I work on the client partnerships team here at Vayner3. Super excited about the new name. But it's been really exciting to be a part of this Gatorade NFT program that we've been able to launch with our really good partners, One Of, as well as Good Sports. It's been something that has very special me as someone who grew up playing a lot of sports and have always really enjoyed Gatorade, not only the drink, but also their marketing and also all of the different activations that they've been a part of over the years. I've always really loved the old Jordan Gatorade commercials, and they're always been something that really influenced me as I grew up. This has been a super exciting program for us. It really is something that we've been felt very blessed to be part of and to work very closely with the game in order to bring to life. It's really broken down into two key aspects, which are both meant to really highlight the Player of the Years. If you don't know what the Player of the Year program is, it's 6 male and 6 female high school athletes that are at the top of their sports, both athletic performance-wise, as well as athletic, and as well as off-the-field charitable and education accomplishments. And they are really very well-rounded athletes. And it's more than just their athletic performance that gets you to be a POY. We wanted to make sure that we could bring that into the NFT and Web3 space. So what we did is we were partnered really closely with James and Lynn at OneOf, and I'm excited to hear their perspective on this as well. Launch a pack of NFT trading cards. Each pack comes with 3 randomized POI sports cards. And you can go on the OneOf site right now and actually purchase one pack for $5. And that all the proceeds and the money that they're making from this campaign will go directly to the good sports as a charitable contribution. So that's something that's super excited. In addition to that NFT drop, we're also doing each of the athletes 10 athlete originally owned custom edition of their personal trading card. So that's something really cool where they will always have those athlete originally owned. And we wanted to make sure that the athletes got something super special out of this to commemorate their POY accomplishment and also to commemorate this time and this 2022 Game Changers NFT program. So I can kick it over to Lynn and James, and I would love to hear about your guys' perspective from the side and what excites you about being a part of this program.
Yeah, thanks, Trey. Let me just chime in real quick before I pass it over to James. We're super excited for this collaboration. If you think about it, it's, we're literally minting the rookie cards for these, probably some of the best athletes going on to the rest of their college career and professional career. It's just super exciting. And also everything really aligns with OneOf's mission. We want to basically bring NFT technology to the masses. We make it affordable for every fan to collect. So and then we, every drop we do always have a great giving back component. So this is kind of the perfect drop that really align with everything we believe in. So really excited to kind of this is our first collaboration with Gatorade and looking forward to many more. And I know our team worked really hard on this, so I'll pass it on to Jay, his comment and details.
Yeah, thanks for the introduction. So basically, when Trey gave us and mentioned the opportunity, the first word he said was Gatorade, and I said more. We're in, and I think that is a testament to the iconic brand that Gatorade is, and again all the basically all the marketing and brand building that they put into it, and to really be an athlete first brand, and that's something that resonates with us as well. We really, OneOf really is about the artist, the athlete, and they come first. So this is right in line with exactly what Lynn was saying as well.
Yeah, I can give a little more context on that as well. When we were thinking about partners for this activation, user experience and the user flow for the NFT program was super important to us, and was really the main reason one of the main reasons we wanted to go with OneOf, just their ability to allow anyone, whether you're very familiar with NFTs and Web3, or this is your first NFT, to be able to come in and use their site and pay with a credit card was an amazing, and that user flow was amazing. So we were super excited to be able to leverage them as a partner, and what they've been able to do for the program has really amplified it and taken it to the next level. So wanted to make sure you a big shout out and you to the team because they've done an amazing job.
And I think that's one important thing to understand, like from at least going from coworker and friend Trey's standpoint, where Gatorade is a fabric of what he grew up with, and it's just not a client, but it's something that he's been with and been an athlete and loving athletics his whole life. So I mean, this is ingrained into what he wants to do on a daily basis. But also, going back to OneOf is just It says it right there, the green NFT platform connecting fans and collectors with their favorite artists, athletes, and brands. Yeah, the website is looking very slick, neat, and it highlights the athletes, which is a very important aspect of what Gatorade is trying to do through all sports. With Avery Carlson in volleyball, Nick Singleton in football, Colin, Shaman in cross country, boys cross country, Natalie Cook in girls cross country, Kiki, I believe, a gold medalist in women's in girls basketball, Grady Dick for boys basketball, Keith Rothrock in softball, Brock Porter in baseball, Riley Jackson in girls soccer, Jacob Morrell in boys soccer, Juliet Woodtaker in girls track and field, and Kadeh Flat in boys track and field. And that's what it is about those athletes. Trey, hand up, go for it.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I definitely really have enjoyed the ability to highlight these athletes. And the most exciting part about the campaign is just your ability to open that pack and the cool animation that one of has on their site when you do purchase the pack, and the excitement of getting the 3 randomized cards. And hopefully you get the cards that you wanted, but if you didn't, you get to go back and potentially purchase another one and then keep looking for maybe your favorite athlete of the 12. So I think that pack aspect has been super fun and also helped amplify all the athletes across the board.
Absolutely. And I would love to shift gears for a second. From Sophia from Good Sports. Welcome, Sophia. I'd love to hear, why did you want to be a part of this program? Why was it a good fit for Good Sports as well?
Yeah, my name is Sophia, and I'm on the marketing team here at Good Sports. And our mission at Good Sports is to drive equitable access in youth sports and physical activity by supporting children in high communities to achieve their greatest potential on the field and in life. And at Good Sports, we believe that every child has the opportunity to play sports and that cost shouldn't be a barrier. And we know that the benefit of sports are well documented, and if these kids don't have the opportunity to play and be active, then they miss out on the proven lifelong benefits to their health, academic performance, social skills, etc. In 2003, Good Sports has impacted over 9 million kids by donating over $88 million in brand new sports gear and equipment nationwide. So with that, we worked with Gatorade in 2021 on some specific initiatives, but became one of their national partners as their Equity in Sport Fuel Tomorrow initiative, and we are working with them, their partners, to eliminate barriers to sport. So with Gatorade testing the NFT waters, we're really excited to be a beneficiary of Gatorade's first ever NFT pack, highlighting this year's Players of the Year.
Amazing. Trey, is that why you decided on this $5 price point to make it more accessible? We'd love to hear more about how you landed on the price point.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a huge reason. We were debating it, but the whole time we wanted to make sure that we were able to get anyone who wanted to be a part of this, the celebration of this POI class of 2022 could come in and go to the program. So we debated whether it should be free and debated a couple of different price points. But ultimately, we felt like the program have the biggest impact if we ultimately Good Sports, a charitable partner of the Gatorade team, and made sure that we were able to try to make an impact in IRL environments with this NFT program as well. So we wanted to make sure we kept it at a low price point, but still at a price point where we could hopefully make some strong donations and do good with this NFT program, and work with a charity that had a lot of themes that were very consistent with the POI program. So we were very excited to work with the Good Sports team.
Speaking of POI Players of the Year, what was it like trying to have them participate in this NFT process? Sometimes That's a big part of it. What was the education and or just the athletes, were they really interested in joining on?
Yeah, I'll speak on this a little bit. A lot of it was done by the Gatorade team because ultimately this is their program, and the relationships between the PIs and the athletes is a very strong one and an ongoing one, not just this year, but into the future. From our perspective, what we really tried to do was put on a lot of educational material about not only just the broader space, but also about what we're trying to do with it, and really highlighting the charitable aspect and the good we are trying to do with this NFT program. For a lot of people, this concept of NFTs and Web3 is still very new, even though a lot of us are living in it almost every day, all day. So it's important to realize that decisions we made in terms of the way we set up the program, the way the user flows work throughout the process, we're cognizant of that. And I think that's an important thing that we can do at Vayner, as well as with everyone who's launching NFT programs, is be super cognizant of the different audiences that you're going to be reaching. But the POIs in general, we're super excited to be a part of it. Hopefully this will be something that will follow them as their career goes, and really, as Lynn said, feels very much like their first rookie card. So we were excited about that, and the POIs were excited about that as well.
Incredible. And as you mentioned, this NFT space is really new. So I'd love to hear why, why you were interested in exploring sports in the NFT space, from Lynn or James.
Yeah, I think we started a company last year. It's about a year ago. It's literally probably the one of the fastest company growing experience I've had. A year ago we were 3 people. Now we're about 80. The thesis always, on the very beginning, is we look at NFT and blockchain technology as kind of foundational technology that will change every aspect of our lives. So our view is a little bit longer term. So we, unlike other NFT platforms where we cater a little less to today's most active NFT players, but really, we're trying to solve the problem of how to bridge the gap and bring the next 100 million, fans into the space who may not be as tech savvy, may not already do crypto well with hundreds of ethers spent on like profile picture like I have. So really kind of the what we came up with is kind of the twofold. One is kind of the technology solution that really makes onboarding easier. So somebody like my mom can sign up with an email address and a phone number and pay for her first NFT with just a credit card, even if she doesn't understand a self-custody wallet or how to buy ETH and how to kind of run on-chain transaction yet. The second part is like, how do we get the word out to the most amount of kind of mass consumer that this is kind of and fun, and NFT is something that is not just for kind of tech people or crypto whales. Using this passion point of music and sports, if you think about kind of common shared love for something, there's nothing that really, and maybe as big as that is like is music. So those are kind of two of our strongest verticals. We're the partner for everybody from the Grammys to Doja Cat on the music side, and on the sports side, iconic athletes like Wayne Gretzky and Holly are our partners. So this is working with Gatorade to really kind of not to work with already the biggest athletes in the world, really working with the biggest athletes for the future generation. And this is kind of the opportunity to mint their rookie. super exciting about, like, you follow these athletes that maybe 5 years from now, these cards are just going to be super rare and super valuable.
Can you, Trey was talking about before, but maybe Lynn or James, you can talk about just kind of when you open something up, if it's a gift, if it's a random pack, and right now it just kind of adds to fun of it. You never know what you're going to get inside, but can you talk about a little bit of the random, how these packs are for when people purchase them? It's just, you don't know what you're going to get inside. You don't know that metadata until it's revealed. Has that been something that you guys have done prior with drops before, for the one of crew with just like randomization of when you're opening the packs?
Yeah, I can just jump in there. This is James. So this is actually our first experience doing this type of pack animation where you do get that surprise and delight. We've done packs in the past with on the music side where you can get multiple NFTs, but this is something that's very rare because we've actually, on the developing side, do something custom to make sure that you are not going to get in the same pack two of the same athlete in your 3-pack. So that requires some type of development work to prevent that from happening. So you will get them every time, and our AI is built for that. But there's definitely a lot of back end, and we definitely thank our dev team for a lot of sleepless nights to get us to the finish line.
Amazing. Yeah, major props to you and your team and everyone who's been part of this. I want to jump into back to Good Sports for a minute and hear a little bit about what are the initiatives you're working on? What are some big initiatives for the year for Good Sports?
Yeah, definitely. So one of our initiatives was recently launched last year is called She Who Plays. So our She Who Plays initiative is geared towards getting $5 million in brand new sports equipment, apparel, and footwear over the next 3 years to girls in high-need communities across the United States. So there are a lot of stats and information about young girls in sports, the inequities that they face. One of them being that girls drop out at twice the rate of boys by age 14. Girls don't have access to a sports bra, a simple piece of equipment that a lot of people don't really realize is important for a young girl to our initiatives that we are currently working on, and we're excited about it.
Amazing. So much alignment with the sports and NFT space and Gatorade and Good Sports and OneUp. So I'm just excited for the next steps here. Trey, what's the future looking like? I said this is just the beginning. What's happening now? What should the audience really look out for?
Yeah, it's definitely really exciting. This is an amazing entrance for Gatorade into the NFT and Web3 space. I can't comment on the future of Gatorade in the space, as I know that they have a lot of plans, but they have very legal teams that are out there, and they want to make sure that's very controlled and that they have the messaging in place when they do go live. So what I can just kind of comment about in this POY program specifically. So tonight is going to be the in-person Player of the Year event in Los Angeles, where they are all gathered to celebrate the seasons that they had and celebrate their greatness in not just athletics, but also the other areas that I touched on. So that's a super exciting moment for all of them, as well as Gatorade and the previous POYs as well. And then the Game Changers is the NFT packs are available to purchase through tomorrow at 5 p.m. EST. So if you haven't been able to go and purchase them, definitely go check out oneup.com/Gatorade They are $5 for a pack of 3 NFTs, and the money, as we've talked about, goes to a great charity in good sports. So that is what's next for this program specifically, and we're very excited about it.
And I'm super excited about it. I actually just got goosebumps there because it is the systematic change that we're trying to achieve here at Vayner 3, and it is hitting close to home with the people that directly work with Gatorade for this, and with one of NFT and good sports as well, because we're all in this together. And if we can make that systematic change and support the kids who want to play and participate in sports, then they can have the proper flair to maybe get themselves onto a field. And we're seeing with the players of the year, they are student athletes, students first, athletes second. And Gatorade is fueling that performance and fueling that feed through NFTs. And they're cutting off a part of that to help them out through their way with pretty much like their rookie cards. Trey, thank you for, spearheading and leading it. I've been being able to watch it from behind the scenes, but to have it come out here into full effect and be able to talk and announce it, awesome. And if there was a big Gatorade be dumped, I'd be dumping the big red Gatorade on the back of you, just like the winner of the Super Bowl. So here's to Gatorade. Lynn, thank you very much. James, thank you very much. Sophia from Good Sports as well, thank you very much. Cool Blue, that's all I got for you. Anything else, Cool Blue?
No, this has been incredible. I cannot wait to check out oneof.com/Gatorade and just follow along with where this is headed. Like I said several times, this is just the beginning. Speakers from Good Sports, One of, James, Lynn, thank you so much for being here. And Trey, thanks for bringing the Gatorade perspective, combining with the Good Sports, One of. This is a really incredible initiative that's going to absolutely change the game, and though I see where the name came from. Thank you so much for being here. Trey, any last words before Crypto Novo closes out the space, and or any final thoughts?
No, I'll just say I really appreciate everyone's effort. Thank you guys for having me on. I know I listen to these Twitter spaces every time you have them, so it's an honor to be here. Thanks again to the great partners at One of and Good Sports, as well as the Gatorade's team. This has been it's been a pleasure to work with you guys, and I just feel very excited, very proud to be a part of the program.
It takes hard work. We're all in this together. It takes the NFT community. You can't spell community without unity. With that being said, get those peace signs ready. Stay positive and love life. Peace.